Hello, it is Topical, Tuesday, December 7th, 2021, 80 years to the day from the day that will live in infamy, December 7th, 1941. By the way, as we overlook the sunset, although it's a kind of a hazy day, sunset over the city of Phoenix in the background as we are up in the mountains east of the city. So here's the deal. The U.S. famously resisted sticking our nose into World War II for years and years until December 7th, 1941, the bombing of Pearl Harbor by the Japanese was our excuse to get in there, and then we're credited with helping to save the world from Hitler and the Nazis and the evil Axis powers and all that, which was fantastic and is something to be celebrated. And then for 80 years, we keep sticking our nose in all over the place, thinking our job is to save the world over and over, and yet we have failed every single time we've messed around ever since then. So perhaps that wasn't the rule, to stick our nose in and be the savior of the world. Perhaps that was the exception, because then we went into Korea and did not do the job. We went into Vietnam, did not do the job. We've been messing around in the Middle East for years. That place is more of a mess than ever, large part thanks to all kinds of stuff we've done. Famously went into Iraq, Afghanistan. I mean, what a disaster. So are we going to stop this nonsense, craziness of spending our blood and treasure, our very best young, healthy, vibrant Americans, and tons of money and time to go butt our nose in to think we're saving the world? That stuff is usually really other people's business. The lesson here for business owners is, in my opinion, stay in your lane. True entrepreneurs, we're ADD. We have a tendency to love the shiny new object and something new and innovation and change. And we kind of get bored. I counsel a lot of entrepreneurs who get bored with success. They're like, yeah, everything's great, but I'm burnt out, I'm bored, I'm whatever. But they have success, but it's not within entrepreneurs to manage and stay the course. That's why we hire people to manage. Entrepreneurs need to constantly have something new. However, a danger is to get involved in something new that is not your strength. The caution is to stay in your lane, and you'll see it famously with lots of companies that are very successful in one area and then get involved in something totally unrelated because they just think they're untouchable and they're successful and they're great. And it leads to major failure. I see it on a smaller scale with small business owners. If you're going to expand, how about a second location using the same systems that your original location does? Or maybe if you're a mechanic, you put in some more bays. You hire some more people. If you're a retail operation or a restaurant, maybe you get a bigger place, but you keep the same menu, the same type of goods that you sell, on and on. So expand, but stay in your lane. Stay for long-term success. Now, you might have, an exception to the rule every now and then. Hey, but that was successful, just like we were, sticking our nose in World War II. But ever since then, complete and utter failure over and over again. So that's what I'm reminded of today on Pearl Harbor Day, is the day that we ended our resistance to getting involved in the European war, basically, World War II. And ever since then, we've been an interventionist country, and it's cost us a lot of lives, a lot of money, a lot of effort, a lot of injuries, a lot of messed up stuff that could have been put to much better use if we just stuck to ourselves and didn't stick our head in where pretty much it doesn't belong. And unfortunately, I see that the downfall also of many business owners. So that's the lesson today from me on Pearl Harbor Day, obviously also in remembrance of the souls that were lost that day and all the soldiers ever since then that have gotten injured, given their lives. I'm not talking about the soldiers being at fault. They're some of, like I said, our bravest, finest people. It's the leadership, and it's the same in your company. It's not your employees' fault if you get them doing something that's not in your wheelhouse, that's out of your lane, and it fails. It's not their fault. They gave their best. They did what you asked them to do. It's your fault as the leader to think somehow you're a superstar in one area. That means naturally you should stick your nose into other things that you don't really belong sticking your nose in. So to me, that's the lesson from Pearl Harbor Day. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for watching on the replay if that's what you're doing. As the sun sets in the west, and as usual, well, there's some colors. Colors don't show up that well in the iPhone camera, but there's a little bit. And as the lights start to twinkle on in the city of Phoenix down below in the valley, as they say, I bid you adieu, and I will catch you back here again tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday. Over and out. Bye-bye.